Everyone tells you to choose yourself. You just need to prioritize yourself, say no, raise your confidence, and do all of that. But how easy it is for someone who is used to not choosing, not prioritizing, who has fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, how easy it is. It's the same as you tell someone who is dependent on a drug or alcohol or whatever it is, just drop it. It's going to be okay. Doesn't work this way. So in this video, I'm going to give you psychological, neuroscience based, soul based, spiritual based resolutions to how to finally choose yourself, how to make steps towards yourself and release this script, release this program. If you want to understand how it's formed and why it's formed, I have other videos and you can just go check them out on my channel. And now we're just focused on resolutions. So keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. And of course, comment below what you want to see from me, what kind of issues you want to discuss. I'm happy to do it. Let's talk first. You're not choosing yourself because you don't want to. Everyone does want to choose themselves because it's like natural. We are born a bit selfish, but then we're learned through like family, through experiences that maybe we're not the best, maybe people don't think of us as good people, maybe we have other issues. And like I said, this not choosing yourself is usually formed by the fear of rejection and fear of abandonment. And you learn not to choose yourself and to prioritize others because you can deserve love. And you know that if you're focused on someone else and by proving this love through your actions, you can actually cover this fear. And we're all fear driven. You know that, right? So the first step is, like I said, it's not like raising your confidence. It's actually finding and releasing your armor. What's your armor? Armor, it's your emotional blocks. It's emotions that are stored in the body that you cannot release and you hide from them. We always hide from things when we go into external world, when we're focused on achievements, when we're focused on making like these things, working a lot. This means we're focused on external. And people who are focused on external, they're so scared to be inside with their fears. And this armor is the emotions that are stored in your body that are blocked too much. And the expression of them is the first step. Expression of what you hide through that fears, what really brings you to that point that you don't choose yourself. What is this emotion? Is this you feel like you're guilty for something, you feel like you're ashamed of something, you feel like if you if you choose yourself, then you're gonna seem selfish, like I said. Maybe someone told you that. What is this emotion? Is this also like you feel so betrayed by someone and yourself? First of all, name those emotions, name them. See this armor first, which is protecting you from the world. Let's name those fears right now. What am I protecting right now in my life if I'm not being chosen? Let's say the most amazing partner comes into your life, the most amazing job comes into your life. Why you're not chosen? Why? Why is that? Is it because you're scared to be left out after? Is it because you're scared to be rejected? Because, like I said, armor is the first step. Just understand your fears, write them down. As I said, the most common ones are abandonment, rejection, loss, betrayal, all of that. And we also have two key things, which is guilt and shame, which you probably also feel. Release, not release, realize what it is. Realize the emotion stored. And we need to go into expression state. Once you understand the armor, step two is actually separate trauma from your real voice, from your real self right now, from your adult self. So, in the moments when trauma is activated, it's going to be the trauma speaking, not you, not your conscious side. So, I'll give you a very straightforward example. Someone is not being chosen, right? Like, let's say the partner rejected the date which he promised you, and in this moment, trauma is activated. I am rejected, I am not chosen. And you can do very like stupid things after this. You can like be emotional, you can express, you can shut down, you can feel so much hurt, you can feel it's not my person. but there is like a reality and there is a trauma talk. Your trauma is talking that I am not being chosen because I am rejected. I'm rejected by this partner who I put my emotions into, like into his hands. And when did I do the same? Go into the family scripts, probably. I put the same power in the hands of my other partners. My father did this to me. The power was in his hands and he rejected me. So there is a script going on, right? And you need to separate it. You need to understand in this very moment is where is the trauma talking? Separate yourself from the trauma. Imagine it's another human, it's another version of you with the trauma, and talk to trauma. I see you, I understand you're there. I understand that you've been through this and that and that. You can talk about, okay, what are the root causes? But there is also me. And in this very moment, I know I'm okay. I am safe. I am not rejected. This partner didn't reject me. Maybe he has work. Maybe he has things to do. It's maybe a logical explanation of why we're not meeting. But this trauma, like activation, is gonna hurt you. This thought of rejection, right? So you separate. But you cannot rationalize if you didn't fully separate yourself from it. It takes time, honestly. That's why I started with the step one, which is the armor. By the way, releasing armor, you can help yourself with the expression of the fears. Fears are usually covered with either adrenaline activities or with like creative expression. So you can try both. Okay, and let's go to the next step. Just would want to add on the step number two, one thing. When you're separating yourself from the trauma, when you know where you are and where the trauma is, you need to feel in the body. Are you starting to feel safe when you do that? Because this is the right green light if you do, you know? You have to do that. You have to, once you separate, you need to calm down a little bit. The nervous system needs to feel a bit safe. This is a good sign. If you don't, it probably requires a deeper dive, okay? And let's go to step number three, which is about your inner child, finally. So, inner child is the ego state that you feel the most traumatized in, you know? So when it happens, like I gave you an example of a partner not choosing you because he had work or whatever, it's not your adult self which understands he has work, he has this, it's your inner child. So we talked to trauma. We released emotions. We understood the fears that we have. This is what helped us, you know, to separate trauma with the fears. And now we need to talk to the inner child and see, okay, how can I choose you? Are you choosing yourself? Are you choosing your inner child? Are you choosing what's inner child? It's the emotions, right? It's the emotions. So if let's say I wake up, I'm very tired and I push myself, I don't choose my inner child. If let's say I wake up, I want this and I don't give myself this, I don't choose my inner child. If let's say your partner tells you, let's do this, and you don't want that, you feel in your body you don't want it, but you still do, you don't choose your inner child. If your friends or colleagues ask you to do this, but you feel tired, you don't want to do this, you don't choose your inner child. So the key is to choose your inner child step by step and do one micro action today to choose your inner child. Align with yourself. Feel deep. Okay, I'm me. I'm here. I'm the parent of my inner child. What do I want? Your inner child will always want something extremely simple: coffee, tea, toy, walk, play, whatever it is. Give it one micro action every day. Teach your inner child that she or he can relax. Once you do that, this also helps with the step number one, with which is the armor, and you will see trauma much faster. What I told you in the step number two, you will see and separate it much faster because you will see where's the emotional side is, where is the traumatized side is, and you know how I always talk that we have three levels how we create the script. Soul level, which is encrypted in our date of birth, the programs we should not repeat. There is a family level, the family scripts we got from our parents, what we saw as kids, and then we have our experiences. When you want to change this like pattern of not being chosen, you need to change it on all these three levels. Like I said, experience is something that we are going to change by micro steps, which step 3. Family patterns we are going to change with the inner child and trauma separation work. And soul levels, it helps us actually with this, like why this armor is formed, what is the deep fear. So that's how I work with all these three levels. This is the only way to rewrite it once and for all. Okay? And don't forget, the world is a big mirror of your internal programs. If you're not being chosen, if you're being abandoned all the time, it's not the person who is guilty, it's you who is choosing that. We choose everything in our lives. How crazy, I know that it sounds very crazy that did I choose like to go through this hell? Did this like kid choose to go through that? It's very hard to understand, but on a soul level, you know that, yes, you know that, that this soul wants to go through that. Why? It's not for us to ask. And if you're going through this hell of not being chosen, you feel so desperate. Also, you chose it. Your soul did because of the first step of this armor. Understand your armor. Understand it. You can start with your date of birth, as I always say. It has the codes of the karmic lessons. You can understand why this karmic lesson of being left out is formed, you know? Then release the fears. Work with the fears, support your inner child, and do one micro action to choose yourself. It all requires training, it all requires like step by step work. But once you do that, step by step by step, eventually, you're going to teach yourself something else. And it's in your hands to change. The world is a big mirror. The moment you change the script inside, the movie is going to be changed as well. If you want to learn about other programs, just comment which ones you want me to talk about. And I'm very excited and I'm very happy for all your support. Thank you so much and much love.